What's going on, 5-1 UNLV fans? I'm your host, Cassie Soto, and this is Rebel Nation. Joining me, as always, is Rebels beat writer for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Mark Anderson. Mark, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Cassie.
Well, for the first time in 8 years, the Rebels have completed the conference sweep over New Mexico with a 74-58 win last night. And when you look back at this game, I think two words have to come to mind: Nick Blair. Mark, I think what everyone is asking is, who is this guy and where did this production come from? 26 points, 9 of 14 from the field, shooting threes even, right. 4 of 6. Who is he?
It's strange because till 3 or 4 games ago, he wasn't even playing, at all. And then he gets in for a few minutes at New Mexico, and he keeps getting into games after that, and his production keeps getting better. Not that anyone saw 26 points. I doubt Marvin Menzies even saw 26 points.
I don't think Nick Blair saw 26
He probably didn't. But what's funny about this last game is he kind of struggled early. He missed his first few shots, but he kept shooting. You're like, what's he doing? But then they started going in. And I don't know, he just seemed like he felt good all night. For whatever reason, he just felt like he was on that night, and he was. Going forward, will he score 26 points? Probably not. But he can probably be a pretty solid performer for this team. Yeah, well,
really good production from him on offense. But we got to talk about the defense. Yeah. And Marvin Menzies emphasized it in the post-game press conference, how crucial it was to win this game. They held the Lobos to 58 points, got some huge defensive rebounds. Is this maybe some of the best defense you've seen them play all season?
Yeah, they played really good defense since that debacle at Air Force when they gave up 106. Yeah. They shut down San Jose State, which, San Jose State, but they still shut them down. Then they shut down New Mexico. And Noah Botham's defense on Mathis was a key last night. It was the key the first time they met 2 weeks ago when he held Mathis to 3 of 14 shooting. Last night, Mathis took 6 shots.
Right, only 8 points from him, I believe.
This is a guy averaging 16 points coming in the game. And I think he got in his head. And, should they meet again, that would be in the conference tournament. Would that be an advantage? You would think so for Noah. But, his defense in Mathis was so big last night because you got the ball out of his hands. You're daring the rest of the team to beat you. Well, the rest of the team wasn't good enough to beat him.
Yeah, and a lot of people have said, even though they are 5-1, maybe not the toughest games that they've played just yet. They have some huge contenders that they will have to face next. How does this momentum, though, keep them going into, forget the Air Force game. We've got 5 pretty decent wins to work off of.
And by the way, the Air Force loss doesn't look as bad right now. They beat Boise by 14 points last night. They're beating everybody comes into that small building. So it's like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't so bad for UNLV. Right. Marvin had a little bit of irritation in his voice last night, talking about, people saying these, we haven't played anybody, there must be an asterisk. So he, and you got to figure the players feel like, okay, we're not getting respected right now. But you can tell this is a confident team, and you've got to have confidence going to San Diego State. Mm-hmm. So I think they still feel like they have something to prove, and they do. Because they have some tough games coming up. They haven't won in San Diego State in forever. They got to go to Boise. Still got UNR coming here next week. We know what that team's about. So they got some tough games. After this next 5 games, we'll know where this team stands.
Yeah, you mentioned that game against the Aztecs. The Rebels will head to Viejas Arena on Saturday, and the last matchup still haunts some of the players.
Yeah. It's no mystery. Everybody in the locker room knows we lost by 38. I'm already flipped right now. New Mexico game's over with. I'm ready to go on to San Diego State. You don't lose by 38 and forget that loss. And for all the freshmen we have, they were all committed to UNLV, right? So they taken the loss as well. So I didn't even get to play. I remember I was watching the game at home, but I'm ready to play against them. So we get that one back for the guys that didn't get the opportunity. So I'm looking forward to the game.
Well, Mark, with that being said, again, San Diego State is usually at the top of the conference, but the weirdness that is the Mountain West right now. They played the Bulldogs last night, Fresno State. Fresno State was able to come back from a 20-point deficit. What does that say about the upcoming matchup for the Rebels facing the Aztecs?
I don't know, because I think it can go one of two ways. Either they're going to go to San Diego and the Aztecs are going to be super fired up because of what just happened in Fresno. Are they going to be demoralized? I don't think there's any real middle ground. So if they're super fired up, then it's going to be a tough game for the UNLV just because they have such hard time winning there. But I think I think UNLV should at least go there and be competitive regardless.
Right.
They're playing well enough now. They've got some players they feel confident in. Their defense is playing real well. Their defense should at least keep them in that game. So I like UNLV's chances there. I'm not saying they're going to go win, but I like their chances. But that game last night in Fresno is sort of what the Mountain West has been this season. It's like all these crazy scores. There's been, I think, 5 single-digit results this entire Mountain West season, like something like 27 double-digit.
Yeah, just blowouts.
It's just every game's almost a blowout, and that was like a blowout within a blowout. So it was a really strange game. So yeah, I've decided with this conference, I'm just going to give up, kind of guess who's going to win what game and by how much.
Right. Well, you've got 3 first place right now, I think, in UNLV, Fresno State, and UNR, obviously. Well, hopefully Nick Blair can bring some of his flair against the Aztecs on Saturday. Mark, as always, thank you for your insight, and we'll be seeing you back here.
Thank you, Cassie.
Well, once again, the Rebels will be taking on San Diego State this Saturday at 5 p.m. You can catch that on CBS Sportsnet. For Mark Anderson, I'm Cassie Soto. Thank you for watching Rebel Nation.